just yeah, let's do it. No. Can you hear me? Is my audio okay? Can you hear me?
Your audio's awesome.
Okay, good.
Yes.
That's the main thing. People want to see you, and I'm gonna minimize. Okay, that's what is going to take us live to Facebook. We're going to just throw out the preliminaries and just go in here because this is magic, and I know I know Noelle out there waiting, and some others might be. So we're coming up on the appointed time, but we're not officially starting. Jay, are we live?
We are live.
We are live. Well, hello, Facebook Live or YouTube, NUTFLAKES TV, wherever and however this might reach you. You are part of history right now, real time. I was saying to Jay just moments ago, this is like July 1969, the lunar landing. This is the reunion of Doghouse after more than 30 years in real time. And why are we doing this? We're doing this for Literacy Central, Vancouver Island. It's for a great cause. I tell you, I mean, we're firing on all cylinders here, and we've just been having a great conversation offline, but we just thought we'd bring you all in, and we've just thrown out the preliminaries. You are right now sitting in the doghouse with Ms. Shelley Peterson, joining us from somewhere in Ontario, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Known as Helen on the TV series, or Mom. And Annabel from the show, Valentina Cardinalli, is joining us from BC. And with her is Samantha Letourneau. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yep, that's good. That'll do.
Okay. Executive Director of LCVI, right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
So, before we get totally doghousing here, let's just stay focused on the cause. Christchurch, Saskatoon at sasktel.net is where all the money we're raising today is going, and it's going to LCVI, and we're just acting as the flow through. So please send those generous e-transfers to that, and we will be putting that up for you in the chat on Facebook, again, Christchurch, Saskatoon.
Recording in progress.
At sasktel.net. And just put a comment in there that either Doghouse or LCVI, and all the money will go to the good work of Literacy Central, Vancouver Island. Samantha, what is that good work? Tell us about LCVI.
Mark, could you say it one more time? Because you did like this robot voice that was like,
oh, yeah. Tell us, Samantha, what does LCVI do? What are you all about?
So Literacy Central Vancouver Island has been in operation for 30 years, and we provide free literacy tutoring for adults, family, youth, and Indigenous learners to help them fulfill their literacy goals, whatever that might be, whether it's getting a driver's license, or is it upgrading to be able to complete their high school education, or be able to take an adult basic education course. We're there to help provide that support for free.
They do so much. It's like literacy on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's a lot of people that struggle with reading, writing, numeracy, that you may not know that they're struggling with it because they have unbelievable coping and resiliency skills to get by with their limited literacy skills, but really want to be able to read and write. So.
And the shop itself is filled with really interesting books, all by donation, and really interesting sections. Every time I go in, I don't usually have a title specifically in mind, but I always find something that's amazing to get.
Yeah, so we have a bookstore that operates as our social enterprise to help fund our literacy programs, because grants alone don't cover the expenses to run those programs for free.
Outreach as well?
We do a lot of outreach. We work with a lot of vulnerable populations, including women who are fleeing domestic violence situations, as well as people who are homeless or underhoused.
They have this bulletin board so that people can get the news if they don't have computers or cell phones or something, which is something I don't have to think about, and I'm privileged not to have to think about it. But, you know, it's just extra. They go above and beyond every step of the way. Every penny that's donated will get used, not frittered. It's a good cause. It
That's
really
great.
is.
Yeah.
And you were being modest there, Samantha. You actually have been open. You're in your 31st year now, I understand.
Yes.
And the reason I
Today
say
is
that
31st year.
Wow.
Yes, March. March
actually
1st.
what happened is Doghouse went off the air in 91, and almost the next day, Literacy Central Vancouver Island opened. So the
There you
baton was passed
That's
off.
right.
And that's
Yes.
right.
Yes,
And
totally.
please hold that thought, because Barry Flatman is waiting to join the party. We're going to let Barry. Here he comes.
The party will begin now.
Indeed.
Barry, we can't see you yet.
Just connecting.
Hey, could we do one more time where they send it, Mark? Because it did do a little.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep hammering that home, and I want to go over to Jay. Do you see our Facebook feed right now, Jay? I'm gonna try to get in there and start sharing it and include it in the comments.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I do see it. The Facebook feed.
So, okay, I'm gonna try and get to Christchurch, Saskatoon at sasktel.net. We're going to put that so everybody can see it.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Because we want to, as we say on the prairies, where are we going?
David Bronstein. He's a character. Oh my gosh. Wait, do you guys meet Lorne Glickman?
David here too.
You can see me?
I can't see you yet, David. But I can hear you, and it's great to hear your voice.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's why. Oh, for God's sakes! What do I do here?
1-9 Doghouse.
There's like a little
$1,900.
You're
There's
right.
a little picture of my camera that you have to click on.
You have to click the camera, or we won't get to see your lovely face.
It's very lovely. All right, just a minute, please. Oh,
I remember it well.
oh. So you hear me, you can't. Oh, vey. All right, just a minute. Oh, where's the tab? Oh, okay, very good. All right. All right,
Hey.
It's
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you again.
You have not changed a minute.
You're very sweet.
Unbelievable. What are you doing?
You all were great.
Oh,
You all were terrific.
Oh boy, it's
Barry
nice to
is
see your
behind
face.
himself. I love it.
Yes,
Behind
You're
every
right.
man.
Oh, look, that's ridiculous.
the
I
life
remember
size.
those.
I wish I had saved mine.
I haven't seen everybody since 1990. Is that right?
Yes.
1991.
1991.
91?
Yeah, I think it was 91.
That's good. That's
Unbelievable.
30 years.
It's only 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
all
all
it is.
look really good, all of us. It's true.
Yeah,
And
you all
Samantha
look
always
great.
looks good. So
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
We did have a lot of fun, and it was too short. But 26 episodes.
Good.
Online.
I have that too.
It's true.
I
And
have
Samantha
two
always
that-
looks. So
I had it so that I could find out,
We did
you
have
know,
a
like
lot of
credits
fun
and things.
online.
But I have that too.
it's true.
Because
And
I
Samantha always
added all the episodes. I had it so that I could find out, you know, like credits and things.
No.
I didn't know it was on
I
DVD.
actually
When
watched it, yeah.
the whole series on DVD?
Very, very rare, very hard to find.
Yeah, you have to go online to get them. Amazon. And I don't know how many are left. Probably none, because I bought.
They probably make them as they're ordered. That would be my guess.
I
Well,
didn't
I
even know.
mean, it's some scam because they cut every credit out of it. There's not a single credit anywhere.
Yeah, it's pirated. It's pirated for sure.
Yeah, and they just when one episode stops and the other one butts right up and starts. So you think you're
Well,
watching 13-hour film.
Yeah,
you know?
well, somebody, yeah, it's pirated.
I have it in my cart on Amazon, but I haven't bought it yet because I object to Amazon.
That's the only place to get it.
I know.
All 26 episodes are on this box set?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Barry and I know these things.
The good old days, when a series was 26 episodes a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now-
A season
If
was
you can't get
26.
it anywhere else, I suppose I'm gonna have to bite the bullet.
Resurrected this, and I want to be Iris, the old lady next door.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Kay Tremblay.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Kay Tremblay.
Best.
she was just a
Loved
doll.
her.
Yeah.
Loved her. Loved
And
her.
no one could find Jonathan Shapiro. What was he, 9 or something when he did this,
Yeah,
right?
where is Jonathan?
That's the question.
Yeah.
We'll have to
We're
keep
searching
looking.
for Jonathan.
Is that Mark? Oh, there's
There he is.
Up in the top left corner.
This is not.
There's Jonathan
This is
Shapiro.
not the same Jonathan Shapiro.
Okay.
No, he had bought an expensive book though.
Not the same guy.
No.
That wasn't John.
I bought this book thinking it was him. I'm donating this.
Oh, Mark, your audio is breaking up badly again.
I'm donating this to Literacy Central, Vancouver Island. Wrong, Jonathan. Bring it to Seattle. Dark house in the house. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. This is really cool. I don't know if we would have done this. You do this. Yeah.
Is it? Is it better when I?
It is better. It's better, Mark, when your video's not on, unfortunately. But
Thanks, Sam.
But it's also your
All right.
Good idea.
Can you hear me, Jay? Is it work?
yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but we can hear you.
We all look pretty much, we all have the same sort of thing going on. You've got your TED in the background. This is, like, it just seems
No, that's fine.
Positive. Yeah.
like,
Valentina, you're exactly the same. I mean, it's shocking.
I think that if Annabel grew up to be 46, she very well might be in a psychedelic
like
rock
you.
band.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
think
Yes.
that's a,
Isn't that funny?
So
If you don't have your braces.
this
I
is
never
amazing.
had braces, for
Thank
real.
you all for.
Trainer. That was a
Okay, I'll speak slowly.
We all have the same thing going on.
What's that?
Some technology.
Oh, good.
That's too bad.
Next thing.
I got
He's
my
trying.
here. Gee.
Oh, you got a dog. Look at your
Yeah.
dog.
Aw.
Show us his face.
Is this
Show
Mark
us
trying to
his face,
speak?
David.
Think so.
He's a dachshund.
What can
My
we do?
kid wants a dachshund. He doesn't even know we have a dog. He comes and says, whose dog is this? You know, it all becomes my. I love dogs, but he bought the dog, and now it's my dog. So
Of
that is
course.
what's on my lap right now. See this?
Oh, how cute. What
Yes.
a great dog.
Yes. Thank you.
Well,
That's adorable.
He's a
Thank
full size Dachshund.
Yes. Yes. In fact, today's his birthday, actually.
let's go around.
Happy birthday.
Catch us up on the last 30 years.
I can't. After all these years, I haven't seen anybody. It's very odd that after the series, I haven't seen Barry. I haven't seen anybody.
Well, I haven't seen anybody either. I've got to Barry a couple of times. So, John, where are you, David? Where are you living?
I'm in Toronto, where I always was. In Toronto.
Pardon me?
I'm in Toronto.
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 Are you all in Toronto?
No.
No.
I was, but I moved to Hamilton about 6 years ago.
And Valentina's way out west.
I'm on Vancouver Island.
You're in
Which is-
Vancouver.
Yeah, on Vancouver Island. I'm actually in Nanaimo, which is a little island. Like it's great. It's small and
Yeah.
there's lots of trees and lots of oceans and things like that. But I spent over a decade in Brooklyn, in New York as well, which was cool.
That's nice.
Look at the
Brooklyn? Did you
Yeah,
say?
I've been to Brooklyn for a while. Yeah, and Barry goes all over the world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you in New York for show business?
Yeah, I started like my own theater company. I was trying to get an agent and break into feature films there, which didn't quite happen. I got a couple upgrades here and there, but nothing, but I did have fun.
Of course
New
you
York's a great town. Do you like living there in New York?
I loved New York. I really
Yes.
loved New York. It's for somebody who can't travel around the world because of like finances, logistics, or whatever. New York was amazing to have because the world sort of came there.
did.
Yes, you're absolutely
And-
correct. Yes.
And I met and talked to everybody I could
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to.
That's
And
good
that's
for you.
That was
It's
it
a
was
wild
fun.
town.
It was a
Yes.
wild ride for sure.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Very nice. And is Shelley in Toronto?
I'm in Toronto this minute, yes. I'm in
Very nice.
Toronto. I spent
All
a
these
lot of
years,
time-
you've lived in Toronto all these years since last time we worked together?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any, it's very odd, but I haven't met anybody in 30 years. It's very strange.
Well,
I
you
don't-
know, the show ended.
We don't go for the same parts, buddy. Otherwise, I'd meet you at the auditions, right?
Oh, but Barry, I've seen you a lot in many shows.
Yeah, we've seen you around.
Been a good
Yes.
life. Been a
Yeah.
very good life.
Yes, that's great. That's fantastic. Very, very
I think you
nice.
should get you guys should get some sort of you and David should get some sort of lifetime achievement awards. You should for like actually sticking with the industry and stuff like that. I
Having
jumped
the-
ship. I joined the musicians.
Yeah. Yes, having the C word in Canada, a career.
Yeah. And Shelley jumped ship. She joined the writers.
I did, the writers
Uh-huh.
union. I'm a member of many unions. Still the actors union, just in case I become,
Yeah,
I
four
always-
unions now. Yeah.
yeah, 4 unions.
Yeah, ACTRA and Equity, and then US Equity and SAG.
Yeah.
Well, you can add a whole bunch. I'm a member of 4 horse unions
Ah,
and yes, the writers union.
What are your books like? What are the books, the children's books?
Very nice.
They're young adult books. They're
Yes.
more.
I used to be in all of them.
You've read all of them?
He was in all of them.
There's a part for you in all of them.
Very, very nice.
They're adventure. They're finding your courage books. They're novels. Their horses are in every book. It's kids who have problems, like everybody's got problems, family problems, all sorts of things, bullying at school, alcoholic mother, a father who's put in jail, different things that kids have to deal with.
good
And
for
their
you.
adventures, as they come, they find help where they can. In some cases, the little old people who live down the road in the farm, always an animal gives them comfort and
Yeah.
courage, and they find. So anyway, they're stories. They're
But-
just
That's
But doesn't
awesome.
talk to them.
there's what?
But doesn't talk to them.
Well, they do actually. The whole the Sundancer series, this kid is able to communicate with animals.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Barry, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Is it telepathy though, or does they put peanut butter in the mouth? Do you remember when Bodhi ate the banana that James fed the banana? Like,
Yeah, was he supposed to?
yeah, James figured out that he just ate bananas one day and like was like, okay, well, we're just gonna like feed Bodhi the banana. And the dog,
Where
it
is
was cute.
James, by the way? I thought James was going to join us.
Is that him? I see this like little
Somebody,
ambiguous square down there.
I've gone onto a phone. This is Mark Kleiner.
Oh, yay.
Hi, Mark.
Hi. I just thought I'd come in on a phone feed so that I could be more audible.
yeah, it's a lot better, Mark.
But
That's much better.
okay, good. And I haven't. I've just got a discontent 3-year-old on my lap.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
can.
I thought that was
Sorry
my
about
wife.
that. But I was just gonna. I thought that was a good seg to play a little bit of Doghouse Jeopardy. Since we're talking about Jay, do you have that clip to play?
Oh yes, yes. Let me do that.
We have a
So what
special
are we
guest.
guessing? We're guessing the episode?
Well, this is Jeopardy, so you've got to ask the answers in the form of a question. Although our guest interlocutor here actually screws up the MO of Jeopardy, which you'll catch. But anyway, we wanted to bring him in. He wanted to be part of this. And by the way, this is Jason. I didn't introduce you, Jay, yet. We're kind of the Beavis and Butthead co-hosts here of the Doghouse-orama.
We're learning some of the tech as we go, but that's okay. All right.
You guys are
real
awesome.
talk-
Thanks for hooking it up. It's cool.
Mark, I'm going to go. Just give me a second here, guys, to get this
I'll
going.
get another question going here. Normally on Jeopardy, you get to pick your own categories, but we're going to pick them for you. Since you were talking food, the category is Bon Appetit. And this is Timmy's favorite meal. Since Jonathan Shapiro isn't in here, we want to make sure we have some questions that honor him. Does anyone know? Oh, there is. So there's our guest.
Okay. Give me 1 sec so the other stream gets it as well. I just have to do a little.
Nardwar, you're freezing up. Nard.
Okay. Now. Okay. Here we go.
Hi, Doghouse. It's Nardwar, the human
hear him.
serviette
No
from
audio.
Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, saying, "What is
Doghouse.
Digby's favorite?"
Here we go.
night?"
One more time. Let me know if you hear it this time.
Okay.
Hi, Doghouse. It's Nardwar, the human serviette from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, saying, "What is Digby's favorite nighttime snack?" And do dog house. Hi, Doghouse. It's
Okay.
Nardwar, the human serviette.
What is his favorite snack?
Nighttime snack.
Nighttime snack.
Do you remember?
Bag of chips? Sandwich?
You need a clue?
Yes.
Cookies and milk. I don't know. Whiskey.
You're getting,
I was gonna
you're
say
getting
whiskey.
closer. It is refrigerated.
Oh,
Does that help?
A glass of milk?
A bone?
I'll give it to you. What are pickles and ham?
oh my God.
I would never remember
That was in the show.
What are pickles and ham?
Did we get Timmy's favorite meal?
No.
Waffles?
Mom, Helen, you got to remember this one. You used to make it for him.
Waffles? Pancakes?
Oh, that's close. It's actually SpaghettiOs, but the first
Right.
breakfast with the newly canined Uncle Digby, you
Was-
got that right. The waffles.
And then he ran away in an episode. And how you got him
That's
back
right.
into the house is, would you like some?
SpaghettiOs. That's
Spaghetti.
right.
That was Digby or Timmy?
Timmy.
Timmy.
I just remember the cookies because there was one episode, Iris's cookies,
That's
and
right.
those cookies were everywhere. And at the first day we filmed, I was like, "Oh, these cookies are so good," and I ate them. And then by the end of the week, I was like, "Ooh, no more cookies."
Yeah. How many
I'm so
times?
tired.
I didn't know there were so many takes. Yeah.
And,
I remember one time I didn't have an activity in the scene. I had nothing to do. And I didn't have an idea coming into the scene. I got into the scene and we were shooting it, and there was a jar of peanut butter on the table. So I just grabbed the jar of peanut butter, took the lid off, and ate with my finger through the rest of the scene.
That's awesome.
We appreciated that.
yeah,
You felt right at home, you know.
yeah, the kind of guest you want to keep coming back over.
Yeah.
again.
Take your paws out of my peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said earlier that like Barry, you had a part that wasn't meant to be a recurring role, but you just you were just so awesome that you just kept
He
coming
just
back.
comes
And
back.
David, I think it
I
was
had
similar
so much
for you.
fun, and you know, guys like Bruce Johnson were fantastic to work with. I mean, he worked with Mork and Mindy. He was a showrunner and writer for that and stuff, and we really hit it off. And he just sort of encouraged me to do whatever I wanted. And it just sort of got out of hand, you know.
Yeah,
But it
he-
was really a
Marty-
very creative place, you know. Like it really
Yes.
was. You
Yes.
could. I loved working with Perry Rosemont as well. It was just
Yeah,
a
Perry was-
legendary guy. But I just remember him laughing at the end of every scene. He always came in with like these huge smiles, and the end it's just like, well, I guess we're okay. Let's move on, right?
So where is Perry?
I think he's still in Toronto somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the governor of Canada awards and all this stuff now. Like he's an absolute legend. But I just loved working with him. He's the sweetest, funniest. He just loved to laugh. He could really
Yes.
see the humor
Great
in almost anything.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
And the most prolific Doghouse director was Mr. Rosemont, right? I think
Yes.
he directed more episodes than anyone else. So
Yeah.
as
I
he
don't
once
actually
said-
remember other directors.
I do.
Do you? I don't know.
There were a couple others, but Perry's on the most episodes, and as I believe he's quoted as saying, after that it was all gravy.
Well, the
And so-
initial one, the first one was directed by Al Waxman,
Oh,
That's
Oh,
right.
wow. Yeah.
That's right.
and he was fabulous. He was a fabulous director. You were there, Valentina.
Yeah, I was so scared because I was like, what am I doing? Where am I?
A little
And-
bit.
But it was good. It was good. I was 16 and I was like, you know, if I was 19 and the show it would have been a different story. At 16, I don't know. I was
You
not prepared.
It was great. No, you don't. And I don't think any actor's ever feeling totally prepared. We all have imposter syndrome. We just
Yeah, they're gonna find out eventually. I've just been faking it. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. They're gonna,
just keep faking it. Just
fake it till you make it.
fake it or not. Whatever. Just fake
I,
it.
I thought Valentina was just like so brave. Like you would try anything. The obvious thing for me was when you had the night guard, the retainer
remember.
stuff on your face, but then you would supplement it with huge earrings and stuff. So it was like this. I just thought it was so out there. It's
Those
just-
wardrobe people were amazing. All
yeah.
of the wardrobe people
Oh,
were
yeah.
amazing.
I agree.
They did a great
I
job.
Does
Yeah.
anyone remember the name of the makeup woman?
Oh,
Dear friend,
Mary.
It's been so long.
She's lovely. She was lovely.
Is it
Oh, and-
Moira?
But
Moira's hair.
was hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember. Yes, I remember. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I remember Moira.
Mary
Because
Ann.
every morning she would build my hair up like this. It would like go up.
The helmet head.
She called me Cliff. Yeah, right. She'd build this cliff on the top of my head.
Poor heart.
Moira,
Yeah,
what was her
Moira-
last name?
I don't remember.
Okay,
And
I'll have to look it
Verwick?
up.
Moira Verwick. She was Dutch. I think that's what it was.
Maybe.
I think that's right. I think you're right. Yeah.
And the makeup lady was so lovely too. She was
Very
so
patient with 16-year-old me and my zits. She covered up my zits.
You never, not one zit.
Oh, there were zits.
It really ticked me off ultimately when we weren't picked up or they blew the sale to two different networks. I could have done that for 5 years. I love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That was a problem because they were telling different stories to different networks. That was the problem.
Oh, it was very funny because
Yeah.
USA
What
Today.
happened?
It was just, well, if you talk to USA Network, it was like this adult show, and if you talk to YPT, it was this kids show. So
Yeah.
how and in this environment where you were encouraged to be creative and go wherever you wanted, I had a horrible time half the time because if it was an adult thing, I'm going to choose this. If it's a kids thing, I'm going to choose this. So caught in the middle all the time,
Let me take a second to scream a little bit because like the little James is here.
James!
You went and let your face grow long. You look great.
You let your face grow
Hold
long.
on.
How
Hey,
are you?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to turn this camera around because it's facing the wrong way.
No,
We can
you're-
see
No, you're
you.
good.
You look
Oh, it's
great.
not supposed.
It's-
No, it's supposed to be over here. Can you
James,
see?
James, that's,
Can you,
Well, now I
can you-
can't see you.
How we
can you see?
that's such a great segue to James because remember,
There
there he
There
is.
we go.
Hold on.
It's nice to see you, James.
It's so
Hey,
great to see you.
Hold on.
Look, the beard can't hide the dimples.
No. I want to figure out how to do this.
James, where are you?
Oh, there we go. Yay!
Well, now, but we can't see your face again. We see your table.
What's that though? That just landed on something.
It's the set of Doghouse, I think. No.
Okay, now he's moving around.
This
Here
is
we
the,
have- Here we have the great Canadian colors. Yeah. This wee symbol is represent our country in the I don't know, is it 28 or 26 Olympics in pickleball. Let's get pickleball going in the next Olympics in California. Pickleball, California. Sweet.
So you're in California, James.
Yes.
You're in California.
Yes, I am, Shelley.
Well, it's nice to see you,
It's
and all the things that are growing behind you.
Very good. Cheers to you too, Shelley. Cheers to you too.
30 years.
Wow.
How's everybody doing?
great.
Pretty good. I can't complain about life. It's okay.
Well, I want to start off with an apology because Barry was on a Barry roll, and I butted in. I interrupted.
No,
Sorry
no,
about
it's
that,
great,
Barry.
man. I kept asking whether you're coming on or not. I was looking for you. So
It's
When it comes to computers and art and time, well, it's right.
Yeah.
It's like Janis Joplin said, it's all the same freaking day, man.
Is that what you heard, Valentina? Because I heard her say, "It's all the same freaking scene, girl."
So
Have you guys ever heard about Mark talk about this show? Because what he said that was because he said that like what he liked about the show was that everybody's so different, that we're all so eclectic and weird, and yet somehow we get along. We did something together, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think that there's some real poetry there, and I never really thought about the show in that way until he said it like that. You know, did you guys think about the show in that way?
Mark, can I say something? Go ahead, Sean.
No, I just shook my head. You go ahead.
No, I heard somebody start talking. I butted in again.
I'm just looking for Mark. I think we might have lost him again.
No. Okay, so listen, Mark.
No, I'm here.
Mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark downright scares me with joy.
He's so cute.
Are you kidding me? The emails that we've had back and forth and the texts, and of course when he got in touch with me and we communicated, you can't help but look somebody up on the giggle. And then I saw all this stuff, man, all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, I tell you, if I would have stayed in the true Great North, Mark, you and I would have been like buds. We would have been buds, man. Seriously. And maybe I can't do comedy. I couldn't then, and I can't now because Barry, you're a maestro at it. And I was trying to do the whole like Mark. I love Mark.
Yeah, but you freaking killed it in Unforgiven, dude. Like, no, you really did.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
were
Absolutely
so
great
good.
performance.
You were
Yes.
fantastic.
Of
You
course.
killed it. It was great. You
We were
know,
all excited for you. We couldn't believe it. With
I'll
Clint Eastwood.
go so far as to say you were the best thing in the movie.
I
think
thought you
could
were
say
too.
that. Yeah, you were great. Really great.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has those projects where we're fortunate to be on, and of all those projects, you know, there's a scene or a moment, and you're on set with somebody or some beings. Everybody, you know, behind the camera, in front of the camera, funding the camera, under the camera, over the camera, everything, stuff coming in, stuff going out, and it can't happen without every being. It really can't. And you all know this, and this is it. That scene under the tree, when we shot that, I've never told anybody this. You know, I was nervous. Oh, I was nervous. Yeah, but Clint, you know, he kind of takes me aside. He's like, use it. You should be. It's like, okay. And that was a horrid, terrible Clint Eastwood impression. And Jack leans in, and you know, he just leans in and he's tweaking with the light meter and working with the sun and the balance in the tree, and he just leans in and he goes, "This is gonna be good." And that was just like, I didn't really know him that well, you know, but just having that little, you know, intimate nudge that it was like I had a friend there, like right there, and that just allowed me to just let go and find it and find it. And you've all had that scene as well, whether it was on a commercial, on stage, on the street, in studio, on a film set, an industrial, a friend's play, a friend's video short. We've all had that scene, and there's probably a couple of them up there that are favorites, and then they would sort of trickle down through to. And speaking of trickle down, I missed my little brother Jonathan.
I know he was hard to find. Mark really tried. He bought an expensive book and everything.
No. I have no doubt. But I never had like the younger brother I wanted. You know, I was saddled with. Well, I don't know if you've heard of Gordon Woolvett.
He's a cool guy.
No, he never started calling himself Gordon Michael Woolvett until after, of course, the Canadian icon Michael J. Fox. Right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Gordon's gonna even see this or hear this, but I mean, he really knows he's my brother. But working with Jonathan as my little brother to my character, I love Jonathan's wit. Gosh, that kid, he was fast, and not only fast, he was always just listening to everybody, and he wouldn't always just like put it out there. But you could see he was like thinking and wondering, and then he'd say something to his mom or his dad or his teacher or whoever was kind of with him at set, or one of us. He'd be like, and James, did you know? And I was just like, no, thank you, Jonathan. Very good.
And I think he's all of, what was he, 9 years old?
Yeah, he was 8, 9, or 10. I couldn't remember what. Yeah.
Never mind Jonathan's age, Barry. How old were you?
I think it was 30 years ago. I'm 71 now. So I think I was 40, 41, something like that. Yeah.
No.
Younger than me now.
But didn't look it.
You're over 70?
I'm 71. I'll be 72 this year, man.
Barry, without telling Shelley, let me know in the wheelhouse where you think we could all get together for supper in Toronto.
That would be great.
That could do. We could do. Yeah.
I hope so.
I'd love it.
I would love that. Next, I'm coming.
Are you there,
back
David?
I'm right here. Wherever you want to go, I'm here. Yes.
Yeah, we will.
David, David.
I know, David.
Oh, there you are, David. You were just in the background, just listening, were you?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, David, tell me, how was that?
Fantastic. I'm a big fan of you. When you got that gig with Clint Eastwood, I was telling everybody I was a big fan. I said, I'm friends with this guy. I was thrilled. It was the greatest.
Yeah, it was really fun. Oh, what about Bambi? Where the heck is Bambi?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Bambi passed away.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, she died. In fact, we have an in memoriam presentation.
Hold on, just a sec. Hold on.
I'm trying to remember her name. It's an Italian name.
Claire.
Yeah, Claire.
Claire.
Claire
Claire
Colucci or
Colucci.
Colucci or something. Yes.
Colucci
Yeah.
or something. And she was a nice woman. What did she die of?
She had leukemia, I believe.
Oh,
No,
died in-
Mark. No, she died of life, Mark. She died of life.
she died of what?
Okay.
Life.
Of life.
Of life.
She died of life. She had life, and then she didn't.
Well, that's sort of what everybody does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shelley, that's the way it works.
I mean, really.
Oh, well, I just said it.
Yeah, if you have life, then you will also have death.
That's right. That's right.
Your son is a stoner.
Yeah, and yeah.
But she was young.
But you know what? Enough about the young dead woman with cancer. Can we talk about Andrea Roth?
Who's that?
Because and Andrea Roth did a guest star where she played. I was doing in the DJ with Digby, Bruce and I, and doing that radio show, the high school music radio jock, and Andrea Roth and I can't Nancy Sakovich, a couple of them were hey Ritchie, like that, and of course you guys all knew when they were there. I was just like, don't look at them. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. But
Oh, yeah, but you were probably filming when we weren't around. I don't think.
But that is the.
Yeah, you know what, Shelley? I noticed that you always got to come to set a little later in a better car, and then you got to go home at lunch, and then you came back for like a little snack, and at the end of a scene, it was like you were married to a politician or something.
No, I wasn't. He was a janitor.
Oh, you're fantastic.
That was. I also remember.
That was cool.
Mr. Caldwell, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No,
I also
Mr.
remember.
Pauly.
I also
Mr.
remember
Pauly.
that day. I had so much admiration for you, Shelley, because as a woman and as a professional, the day of the election, you shot starting at 6 a.m. or something. You shot all day and then bundled up the kids and family into the car, drove to London, I think.
Yeah.
Had this horrifically long night and stuff. And I think you were back on set the next day. I mean,
Smiling.
I couldn't believe it. I
I
absolutely couldn't believe it.
was picked up at our place in London, Ontario, at 4 a.m, the night after David lost that election.
Yep.
And that was an emotional.
No kidding.
Talk about a roller coaster.
I Shelley, respectfully, again, I disagree with you wholeheartedly because on that election, David won, and so did you, because you both had more time together, and all that other stuff can take a back seat. Surely there's a win. There's a win there.
James, thank you. You're right.
Yes.
And Doghouse fans won because we got Mr. and the name was Collie, like a collie dog. I just got that pun today. It's Mr. Collie, the janitor, and we got to enjoy David as an actor. Is Mr. Collie around? Is he going to pop in on this Doghouse reunion?
No, he's not around, which is really too bad. But Caldwell was his name, I thought. Mr. Caldwell?
But what I also
I thought it
loved
was Collie.
what I loved
Anyways.
about that is he's pushing the broom along and says something along the lines of "Fame is fleeting." I thought, what a guy! What an amazing guy!
No, his line. I'll tell you his line.
Yeah.
He said, you can, oh no, now I forget it. But the snap, remember James? Remember how
What's that?
The stuff? You can lose your job around here just like that.
Yeah.
You're great.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get the snap without saying line at the same time.
Nico, this is my 19-year-old son. You guys got to see him really quickly because he's beautiful,
yeah.
the apple of my eye. Here he
Oh
is.
my God.
Yeah. This is my. How's it going, everybody?
There he is. How you
Hi.
doing?
Oh, we love your mother.
He's in a band. It's called Hex and Bane. It's like really cool.
Show coming up soon.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nice to
Good,
see you all.
good. Thanks, Valentina. Thank you.
So I am just proud of him.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna talk about bands for 2 seconds. This is something that I'm on. It's got Twink. Do you guys know about Twink at all? He's crazy and interesting. He's like this psychedelic guy, and we got him to come to Nanaimo. We did a record with him. We also did a record with Damo Suzuki, and like I'm on a bunch of records coming up, and there's another project that I started called Caveman and the Banshee, which is me and my husband. Obviously I'm the caveman and he's the banshee.
Caveman and the Banshee. Caveman and the Banshee.
And then there's another one called
Bravo. Bravo.
It's fun stuff, yes. What about
Now we're talking.
Yeah, we're all like deep into the rock and roll and music and stuff like that. It's good.
Good.
Yeah. David, are you doing stand-up? Are you doing stand-up and stuff still? It just seemed to me that you would always do that.
After Doghouse, people say, Dave, you're an American, you're in Toronto, they're making American movies, you should be working all the time. And Larry was my agent from Characters. And I would say, Larry, I should be working all the time. And Larry would say, it's so slow, business is slow. And I would tell people that Larry couldn't put Lassie into a kennel.
Larry Goldhart.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, because I should be working all the time. So I couldn't wait for somebody to hire me. So I started my own company, my own production company, so I could start myself in my shows. So I produced these infomercials of dating shows, and I pitched it to Labatt's and other companies. But again, I couldn't wait for a sponsor to sponsor it. I said, I'll buy the airtime, but I have to make money for the airtime. So I came up with an idea. I was watching the Near People's Party Machine with my wife after Arsenio Hall, and they had these hot girls dancing on the Near People's Party Machine. And I said, well, there should be a phone number to talk to those girls. So I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to produce a
David.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Excuse me for interjecting. Is it all right if I do?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you said these hot girls were like, was it they're filming out in Death Valley or?
Oh, you're fantastic. they were sexy girls. How's that? Sexy girls.
Oh.
Yes.
So what is it like? Some sort of like.
I started a company, and
So David.
Yeah. Yes.
By a sexy girl,
Yes.
it's like you found them attractive.
I found them attractive. I thought.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's good that you're explaining this to James, David.
Yes. Hot, sexy girls in Death Valley. Yes. So
Well, that was the whole joke with Claire and you. Like, she was a babe. She really was a babe.
I knew of Claire at the time, and I was thrilled to work with her. I haven't seen the episodes since they aired. I forgot. It's funny how you brought up band, because now it's bringing up all the memories. I forgot all about that. I remember she had a blue dress on. Is that right?
She wore different dresses for.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, there were so many great guest stars and principals and even background players. So many conversations I had. People were just kind of like, "This is my first time. I'm here, and this is great." And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it? Can I get you a coffee?" I mean, it was. Hey, do you remember that time?
Conversations I had, people were just kind of like, "It's my first time. I'm here.
Do you guys?
I can't hear.
So
We're getting
I think
some.
they're recording it and it's running again.
The recording is just running over us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
I see.
we've got some echo here. I think Noella Nedoly is just coming in.
No kidding.
Noella!
Noella!
Wow! Oh, how's the archery doing? Noella, how's your archery doing?
I don't know if she can hear us.
Noella, if you turn down your computer, we're getting some of that old school radio feedback loop.
From mine?
I think so.
I'm here. Are you there?
I'm hearing you better now. That's Noella here.
Hi, Noella.
Noella.
That's
Hi,
so
Noella.
cool. Hi, Noella.
Hi, babes and kids. How are you?
Really well.
We're good.
You're on a phone?
Hi, Shelley. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm on the phone, but I'm listening to you guys, and you're making some mistakes because I thought I know the crew, so I will be happy to give you anything I can.
Yes.
Very good.
Noella is going to school you, right? Noella.
Sorry?
Okay.
You know the makeup person? No, not the makeup. Yeah, the makeup person. Her name.
Yeah, the makeup person was Melise Patterson.
Thank you. I was actually really, I feel bad that I can't remember. I didn't remember that right off the bat because she was lovely and really really sweet to
Do
me.
you remember that she used to paint rocks?
Yes.
I forgot.
Yes.
And
I
hair
still have
was
a couple.
Moira Verwick, right?
Yeah, Moira Verwicki. Or Verwick, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
She's still
Also,
around. They're all around. I tried to get everybody today, but
I just did 5 seasons with Private Eyes, and Crystal Silden was the head of wardrobe. Just the
Oh, good.
greatest. Oh, she's just the greatest.
It was
Yeah.
super.
She always has style.
Yeah.
well, this is actually
Yeah, I think we may have lost you.
no, I'm here. But what's funny is that I'm hearing it on the phone, like maybe 5 seconds before I'm seeing it on the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that might be the problem that are you watching the YouTube?
No, I'm watching on Facebook, and I'm attached to you by phone.
Yeah, there is a delay, Noella. So
Yeah.
if you just focus on the phone, you'll be in real time, and that'll be less distracting for you, I think.
Okay, I'll stop watching the picture, and in fact, I'll maybe just shut that right down. But
I
it
think
sounds
that
like
could be the
everybody's
interference.
talking at the same time.
Well, that could be the
Kind of what's
interference.
happening, but
Okay, I'm here anyway. Good to see everybody.
Nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you.
It's good to hear from you. And you've been well. You sound great.
Yeah, well, I retired 10 years ago, so I'm doing great.
Like 30 years have passed.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, yeah. But you were wonderful, Noelle. It was wonderful. You made it a good set.
Well, thank you very much. But like I told Mark, as I go back over my entire career, Doghouse was without a doubt the best job, production, experience I ever had in the film business.
Really?
Yes. The camaraderie and how everybody felt about everyone, and those days are long gone.
No, they're not.
Well,
No, they're not.
They did treat us well. They did. And that was partly you, Noella. You treated us well too, you know?
Yeah, but you
No.
guys were wonderful. Why wouldn't I? I mean, the crew was wonderful. And I have to say, I worked all day today trying to get the crew list. I finally got a hold of Catherine Gray, and in a second, she sent me the original crew list. So I've got it all.
So
Wow, I'd love to have that.
Me too.
Me too.
And remember Felix? Well,
Yeah.
I sent him an email. He could be listening. But if you guys
Felix,
want that crew list, all you have to do is email me, and it's
Felix Gray, yeah?
at gmail.com, and I will forward that to y'all.
Sorry, what is it again? Sorry? Noella Nedoly.
At gmail.com. All
Gmail.com.
lowercase, no spaces. And thank you, Catherine Gray.
Yes.
She's my hero today.
And Noella has a picture of the whole cast and crew. Jay, did I send that to you today?
Yeah.
I believe you did, Mark. Yep.
Is that something you could screen share?
Yeah, give me a second here to find that one. I didn't have that
Oh,
one.
we were all so young.
Ah, I know.
And
30 years ago.
On Curity Avenue, I remember. And it was great because the studio was downstairs and the office was on the second level, and I could walk out the door and look at you over the mezzanine. Nothing got by me.
Oh, that's scary when I think of all the shenanigans.
Snuck a boy into my dressing room once and smooched him. I did.
Wow.
You guys were all great, or you would have been seeing me.
The truth will out.
It just did, didn't it, Barry? Well, we had some great times.
It was cool.
That nice dog. And remember Mathilde, who was the dog trainer?
Mathilde and Roger Schumacher.
Yes, and Roger. They were great.
Sadly, Roger passed away
Ah,
as well. I believe a couple of years ago.
Really, that's too bad. Look at
Roger
that.
Schumacher.
I spoke with Matilda earlier today, and she was hoping to join us, but she wasn't. She was working all day. But here is a picture, and you all will know who everyone is here, or most of them.
There's Noella.
Yes, there I am, standing on the right.
Yeah.
I was so thin back then. Oh my God.
We were all thin back then.
Well, I wasn't that thin, but I'm telling you, looking better there than I am today.
I don't.
We could only go back.
I don't see Mathilde in that picture.
Yes, she
there
is.
she is. I see her. I see her.
Next to Bruce. First, bottom row standing, second from the left.
Second from the left. I see her.
Bruce Spire on the left, and Roberta Mayer holding her Yorkie Terrier on the right, and Matilda's in the middle.
There they are. She gave my mother a dog named Diva because it was a Bergère de Pyrénées that she needed to home. And so my mother had the best dog of her entire life from Mathilde.
Wow.
And there's Bodie. And so Roger died. I'm not sad.
I didn't realize that either. Oh, interesting.
Well,
we have
more information. It was a couple of years ago, maybe.
We have an in memoriam that Noella helped with, and there's some names to add to it. But Jay, do you also have that? We can see all those who are no longer with us from the doghouse days.
I do have that.
Okay, well, why don't we watch that now,
Sure.
or when you can pull it up?
I can do it
Thanks.
right now. I believe it is.
We did a little radio piece where we were talking about the start of the show, like the father is dead, and then like your like fake husband, Shelley.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Rick Bennett.
yeah, Rick.
I worked with him a lot. He was a commercial king as well.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'll play this one from the start. It's a little video, and then if you want, I can show them all separately too. But let me just make sure I got sound going here. Share sound.
Rick also had a voice like this.
There we go.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's a great guy. Great
The
guy.
judge. Yeah.
Judge.
Rick Bennett.
Sam, I didn't know Sam died. Holy shit.
The furniture man, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, Romy.
Romy
Oh.
Bishop. Tom, one of my favorite guys of all time.
She was great.
Great director.
I forgot.
Howard just died like 2 months ago.
Oh,
Larry Bird.
Keith Knight.
He was young.
Can't read who that is. Sam.
Too young.
oh, I remember Eva. Peter Luxford.
Peter Luxford, the
He was
DOP.
such a nice man. Oh, there's
Claire.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Kay was
Kay.
lovely.
I loved Kay.
Bruce. I was surprised to hear about Bruce.
Yeah.
Of course, Bodie.
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 That was
Very
that
nice.
little video.
Wow, that was crazy.
you.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, it's good to know. Like, it's good to know.
And Noella had a few additional names to add, right? Noella, do you want to share those? Or?
Hi.
You know, I don't have them in front of me.
Okay, well, I wrote them down, so I might get the pronunciation wrong, but George House, is it, the office PA?
Yeah.
And Stuart Galloway just died earlier this year. And James has a story about...
The studio manager, remember he lived upstairs in the bubble?
I do remember I didn't have a license, so he drove.
James has an amazing Stuart Galloway story. So I think that would be appropriate. James, are you willing to share that?
Yeah, and it's on par with the first time I met Noella when I snuck up to the production office and this arrow just goes right at the end, like a good 10, 15 feet. And I was amazed because it was a hallway. And I kind of go down and I look, and Noella's just like walking down the hallway. She got her bow. She got the biggest smile, and I knew it was Noella. And a lovely car. That I don't know what year, but I love that car. I love that car. And you're like just walking up, and I was stunned. I'm like, who shoots an arrow down a hallway, lady?
Noella.
Noella does. That's the T-shirt. Noella does. So I mean that, are you kidding me? When I heard you were here online, I just wanted to shut up and listen because gosh, I really look forward to crossing paths with you sometime. When I get back.
I've always
Let
had
me
the
give you a little
utmost
more
respect for
information
you.
on the arrow thing. I was into archery big time, and
you
there was
were.
a long hallway where all the production offices for the ADs and everything were in. And of course, back then I was full of P&V and raced to the set to work every morning early. And I had this archery target in wardrobe, which was the far end of the hallway on wheels. And I could roll it out in the hallway, stand 100 feet away, and shoot every morning. Of course, Felix Gray also came to work very early, and I actually had to put chairs in front of his door because he was in the line of fire, and if he just forgot and came out, I could have shot him.
Yeah.
So we had a great time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ah, showbiz.
That's showbiz indeed.
Well, messages flying in from Noella to the set came with a whole different meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying in on an arrow.
Yeah, I mean.
Flaming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Noella, you scared me and I loved you all in the same moment.
We had such a great cast and crew. When Mark started this up, he's brought back a lot of memories and all good ones. Except the one day we went on location. I don't know if you all remember. One day on location in the whole show and a blizzard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
remember that because
I got
double pneumonia from that day.
Yes.
Is that the base?
Unbelievable. One day.
I got double pneumonia, and I was at the read-through for whatever the next episode was, and I practically passed out. So they took me to the doctor. He was going to put me in the hospital, but I was home for 2 weeks with double pneumonia. And
wow,
the weird thing was
that day.
It was quite a day.
Yeah.
Coming back, I remember in the writing of this thing, somehow the texture had taken up yoga. And so one of the scenes I had to do was standing on my head, which I could do, except we discovered that because I had so much fluid in my lungs that the shot could only last about 45 seconds because I start to drown.
Oh, that's not good.
This voice goes like this all of a sudden, and I had to come down. Yeah.
Sounds about right. Sounds about
Crazy.
right.
So that was that one day of location, I got pneumonia.
Probably Arnie Kane wrote that in, I bet.
I bet he did. Like,
Arnie
stand on his head, right? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce and Arnie.
Nobody expected the snow.
Well,
I love the snow.
Yeah, but no, when you're going on location, and I know we were filming inside a house. That's
Hey,
all I can remember.
Hold on just a wee second there, lass. Anybody can take their own position when it comes to the cold weather. You don't have to tell them what they take.
You know I'm living in Saskatchewan, right?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna
Wait. Hold on. I think you could still make the shot.
make
You know
that a
I
shot.
can.
Is Arnie Kane still around? Does anybody know?
I ran into him in New York.
Away as well.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Sorry, say it again.
He's not
Arnie
here.
I talked to Sherry Schaefer today, who is
Right,
one of our writing team, and she told me that he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Arnie passed away.
Yeah, but he is in the crew photo. It took me a while to figure out who it was because he's just tucked away there in the back, but
Oh,
he
I'm
is
sorry.
there.
So there was Sherry, and who was the other writer? The blonde writer, the young, there were two women.
Oh my gosh, I know. Hang on.
April. Isn't it April something?
No, I don't think it was
No.
April.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
April Kelly or something?
No, not April.
Julie Strasberg. Julie
Yes.
Strassman.
Julie, yes. Julie, I remember.
Sussman.
That's it.
Sussman.
Those two were great.
And I believe she's in New York somewhere.
She
Oh,
was
Or so I'm told.
for a while. I thought
Well,
she was-
I remember an episode I did. I was directing Valentina and the dog in a commercial or something. And there was a director, the real director. Do you remember who that was? Directed that
That would have
episode.
probably been Perry Rosemont.
Perry
Very was awesome.
There was.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna just get up and
I think it was
go, and I'll see you in a minute.
Do you know which episode I'm talking about? When the dog wouldn't, I would say, cut.
Yes, because she was doing Valentina was doing the ventriloquist act.
Right.
And,
She-
you were gonna do,
and
and
you're
he wouldn't cooperate to teach her a lesson.
make her look famous.
It was an American director. It was
Yeah.
a great guy, great sense of humor. And I found out afterwards he was the director of the Midnight Specials.
Oh,
Which I didn't know at the
Stuart
time.
Gillard?
What was
Stuart Gillard?
Stuart
No,
Gillard. Yeah.
Because
Great
those
guy,
are the directors.
great guy.
Stu did the
Oh.
pilot, and Perry Rosemont did all the rest.
Stuart,
He did do them all, didn't he? Yeah.
Stuart,
He
Stuart's
did, except for the
elegant.
pilot.
Oh,
And
he's
that was
elegant.
Stuart.
He was so elegant because he brought us all together. We were all kind of like nervous, want to do good, and all the rest of that. And he had that, 1/4 impulse power. He had that sort of, oh, all right, here, everybody. Okay, this is what he kind of was Clint Eastwoody.
Yeah.
special.
And he was
He
came-
was a very kind and gentle man.
Yeah,
Saskatchewan. No,
definitely.
Okotoks is that Manitoba? No, Alberta. Okotoks. That's where Stuart Gillard came from.
He came from Okotoks, yeah?
Yeah, Okotoks. And the only reason,
Okotoks.
yes, because
Okay, Okotoks. Okay. Oh yeah, come on, the Rose Country.
What's his last name again? I'm sorry, I missed.
Gillard.
Gillard, Gillard.
Yeah, and he was married
I
to
really
a
liked
really
him.
nice woman, and I think they were expecting a child during one of the episodes. I'm trying to remember if they whatever
You're
happened.
talking about Perry or Stuart?
Stuart.
Because you remember Perry had a young child when we were on the show. I know because one night we saved his rear end by going out and buying him some baby formula to take home.
All the extra things you did, Noella, were like you did a lot of extra. You did do.
I didn't do anything I didn't want to do, and I took great joy in working on that show. I can't emphasize it. I had a great AD team, Felix Gray and Bruce Spire. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And and they've gone on to be great people today and in great positions. And I look at the crew and it's like, wow, I was so blessed to have them.
So we are you.
And Perry Rosemont is still around, although there was no way Mark or I could find his phone number. He's 81 years old, and the only thing he's listed at the DGC is with an agent, and that agent is apparently defunct.
Wow.
So I'm going to keep trying, and I'll get Perry onto the YouTube replay of this.
We'll have to do a part 2 with Perry and Jonathan and Noella. You've mentioned a possible silent auction. Noella is sitting on. Do you want to share about the doghouse legacy in your home? Do you mind sharing about those furniture items?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think the one that is my favorite piece and most used is Lorne Glickman's desk.
Oh,
That chevron-shaped green desk. Now that when I left, Richard Borshever actually let me take that piece home with me. You know, I didn't have to buy it at the
get
sale.
out of here.
And the carpenters jacked it up to be a bar height. And I've had that with me. And it only went from green to I actually tiled it a year and a half ago to match a backsplash that I was putting in my kitchen. And I'm leaning on it as we speak.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I also have, that I bought at the sale, I don't know if you can remember, but there were 3 hot air balloons hanging in the stairwell to go upstairs. You did the first few stairs, and right above that,
I remember those.
there were 3 ceramic hot air balloons.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I have those, and there was a wicker bench that, it's a little love seat sort of bench with the 2 ends curled up, green and white stripes, brown wicker and bamboo bench. That is in its original condition and is in mint shape. And I also have one small box, and I don't know what you'd call it. It was a wicker box. I think it might have been a shoe shine. No, because it also has the green stripe. But it was in the house, and it was a green wicker box. It's about 12 by 18 by 12 to 14 inches high. I did paint that white, but other than that, it's in original condition. Yes, I all these years, you know, and like I say, the wicker bench. If you guys ever do a part 2, because it is the original covering and everything, and it is beautiful.
Well, Noelle, you know, if you were gonna read do a Doghouse 2, right? What would you title it? And by Doghouse 2, not another series, or maybe another series, or maybe a little making of the series like this, but all kind of put together. What would you title that package?
Well, actually, I didn't have anything to do with setting this up. I just give Mark some information, and tonight, as I was sitting there listening to you guys give the wrong answers, I emailed
She couldn't stand it. We're trying to rope you back in.
Well, you know, now that I'm here, I'm actually enjoying myself. But
good.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Going to the dogs.
Okay, I was gonna say Barry says go into the dogs. Maybe Valentina, what would be your title?
Let's do a Doghouse 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like anytime it's like.
That's good.
Shelley, what would be your title?
Well, Doghouse Revisited.
30 years.
30 years later. I mean, that's a good one. But we should do it. But I want to be Iris next door.
Yeah, or something. Hold on. Let's defer to Mark. Hey, Mark, you got this whole thing going, man. What would you call it? What would your title be?
Can you hear us?
Who are you asking?
Mark.
Oh, for the dog, I think you guys should just pick up at episode 27 like nothing's happened.
Great idea. That's a great idea.
And nobody talks about the fact that 30 years old.
Right.
Just keep going.
And we were all the same clothes, build the same set. Hey, we'll shoot it down we'll shoot it down in Long Beach, right? And you guys can all stay at the house.
Right.
Beautiful.
And so we do it. I like it, Barry. That it's just like the next episode, and Jaimz has got that beard. and
still the dimples, though. The dimples are not covered.
And of course, it has to be a whole other dog, and nobody talks about that.
We'd have to get a different dog, but maybe we'll use
Chihuahua. You know,
we can use Bootsy. We can use Bootsy. It's like the Saint Bernard just shrunk. My dog is like
there you
this
go.
big.
Yeah.
Use a really small. Yeah, we can use Bootsy. We can totally use
tiny.
Bootsy.
Here, hold up. I'm gonna get him. Hold on.
Hey, you know who are we gonna get to? It's coming.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Oh, you know, because
we're all in the same boat.
Very good, very good. So is there anybody else on the line that has an idea
Barry,
as
boots.
a title? Because I have one I want to share, but
Yeah.
I don't want to say it until everybody's like said what they said.
David, did you have one?
Yes, the David Bronstein show.
All right.
Always.
That's it. Done. We don't need another title.
That's it. We have a winner.
Yeah,
We
no,
won it
no,
already. I don't
no,
know anything.
No.
Okay. So James, what is
Now,
your title?
So that's a tough act to follow, David. Okay.
I still want to
so
know
I-
what you'd say.
Okay.
Come on, James, give it up.
Don't say we got all night.
I was gonna say, while we're young, James,
Yeah.
it says Doghouse Redux.
No, redo.
Birdhouse 2.
Doghouse redo. Birdhouse 2.
Birdhouse 2.
And you know what? The hold on. The two isn't spelled TOO. It's spelled TWO because it's Doghouse 2.
There you go.
Excellent.
And
Doghouse
Noella,
and
Noella,
birdhouses.
I'm gonna send this to you, Noella.
It's brilliant. It's just brilliant.
And Noella is privy to the fact we're looking forward to the next Doghouse episodes, which we know are coming. But today is also a historic Doghouse Day. Noella, do you have what I sent you by proclamation of Mayor Krog?
What?
I do. Let me just see if I can get it up.
And if you don't mind reading that for us, and Jason is going to, this is March 1st, 2022, by order of Mayor and Council in Nanaimo.
I emailed them.
No, you didn't.
I did.
And here's what it says. Proclamation, Doghouse Day, Literacy Central, Vancouver Island, March 1st, 2022. Whereas we celebrate the reunion of cast and crew from the legendary 1990 YTV TV series Doghouse, including longtime Nanaimo community leader Valentina Cardinalli. Yay! As they come together online, 5 p.m. PST, Tuesday, March 1st, sorry, I'm getting old, to raise money for the Literacy Central Vancouver Island. And whereas Doghouse and the YTV family-friendly TV series ran for 26 episodes from 1990 to 1991. And whereas a passionate and loyal following of this lovable program has grown into the ensuing decades, and whereas Doghouse cast member and longtime Nanaimo resident and community leader Valentina Cardinalli has identified Literacy Central Vancouver Island as a worthy charity to support. And whereas a small video store in a church basement in Saskatoon, NUTFLAKES in brackets, run by Doghouse acolytes, is hosting an online fundraiser on March 1st, 2022, bringing together the cast and crew of Doghouse to raise money for LCVI. And whereas we recognize the historical enormity of this pop culture event and its worthy purpose, and the community of Nanaimo's distinct connection and contribution to this cultural movement. Now, therefore, I, Leonard Krog, Mayor of the City of Nanaimo, do hereby proclaim March 1st, 2022 as Doghouse Day.
That is sweet.
Vancouver Island in the city of Nanaimo, province of BC, and signed and dated by His Honor the Mayor.
Bravo.
Oh my gosh.
Mark, did
What
you
a nice
follow
honor.
up with him? How did you get him to do that, Mark?
They were more than happy to own this.
This
Nanaimo
is
is very much. This is a victory not only for Doghouse fans but for the whole city of Nanaimo, the whole region of Vancouver Island, the whole province of BC, of course, the whole country of Canada, and the whole little island. Doghouse lovers unite. But definitely, there is the imprimatur of His Worship Mayor Krog, just regionally, and there is a hard copy of this which Valentina, if you'd like, it's at the, I was trying to figure out with LCVI if one of them could pick up the hard copy and kind of unveil it, but this worked out great with Noella reading. Thank you, Noella, for reading that for us.
Thank you.
Noella.
Outstanding.
Putting up with my stuttering.
Oh,
You did a fantastic job. And Mark, you did a fantastic job hooking that up. That's ridiculous.
Well,
That's really nice he did that. That's cool.
well, you contacted them, got it rolling, Valentina. This is great. So,
But I had no idea you did that. Like you made me make a letter.
Well, you know, every city should have Doghouse Day on March 1st, wouldn't you think?
every day should be Doghouse Day, Shelley.
right.
Every day should be Doghouse Day.
it is. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah, it's the ball will now start rolling.
Definitely. That's amazing. Okay. Well, there's we've shared about. I have one more in memoriam name. Roger Finley has passed on, and so wanted to.
It was our camera department.
Yeah.
First assistant camera, and
of course.
Yeah.
And I think we've had. Well, now that Noelle is kind of a ringer in the house, we can have a couple more quick doghouse questions here. Is everyone ready for a little bit more doghouse fun facts?
Right.
Like for instance,
Absolutely.
We don't do very well on
what's in the name category? What's the name? Ted's middle name. On the
I'm
show.
sorry,
Ted's
whose?
middle name. Ted Sheppard's middle name.
Wow.
Ted the Weatherman, Sheppard.
Yeah.
The weatherman Sheppard.
Ted the Weatherman Sheppard. I like that.
It's Ted the Weatherman Sheppard.
You probably made it up, Barry.
I don't. I honestly, God, I don't remember. Although I do have plaques and stuff upstairs that I guess he had an apartment. I don't remember, but he had all these plaques of all these supposed awards he won. Right?
Barry. Here, hey Barry. Here's a little.
Yeah.
You want a little inside tip? Barry, you want a little inside tip?
All right.
With all those plaques, right? All the awards and plaques and stuff. Because I had like a box and a couple of them in there in the closet, the garage, the attic. I'm just moving it around. And then my daughter Riley is an amazing baker and an amazing cook, right? And of course, I can't say the same of my daughter Mackenzie. I mean, I can say the same of my daughter Mackenzie. She's all biology and all that stuff at university. But Riley got into those. What are they? The couture boards. Couture board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah. So you take those plaques and you can drill them together in any form, like the Hawaiian Islands or something, and then you cut the cheese and the sausages and the apples and the bananas. You put the pate out and the marmalade. And what would Riley do? She chopped mint and parsley. She drizzle. She likes that reduced balsamic. And then they do them with little flowers here and like little ribbon icing. I mean, they open these charcuterie boards and it's just like art. It's tough to eat. But so you.
I'm sure I could.
So my middle name's Art?
No. I'm just saying you use those plaques as
That's what
something.
you use it for.
Yeah.
And underneath the salad is the middle name of Ted, which is what now?
His middle name is Alfred, or Elf for short. Alfred.
Alf. That's crazy.
Alfred.
Because we were the season before Alf started. Alf was the big hit the next year.
Alf was a great hit.
Talking Alien, right? We were ahead of our time.
Right.
No, we would have had to be after Alf because I had a stuffed Alf growing up.
No, it was. They were the year after. We were just like ahead of our time.
Valentina, what was your elf stuffed with?
Like stuffing.
And could you find that little thing on the shelf?
It was probably under some sort of Cthulhu thing. I don't know.
So what we need is a little elf doll in an elf costume on a little Ted the Weatherman plaque. And that goes in the doghouse merch shop.
Yes, that would be that. We need a sculpt. We need somebody on art department.
Wait, Noella's like, wait, hold on. You can't say elf and elf at the same time, Jamie. Come on now.
So Mark, do you have any more of these quizzes?
I sure do. Thank you for asking. So what is, name Annabel's zodiac sign?
Oh. I would say Pisces.
It's another water sign.
Aquarius.
That's Aquarius is air, actually.
I wouldn't
water bearer, but
I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't try to judge Annabelle's character like that.
I remember there was like
she's so much more than just like the star sign. She's actually a universe sign. I would say what universe does Annabelle?
Oh, this
okay.
is
Well,
what is it though?
She's a Scorpio.
What? He would be.
But this is a related question. Ritchie's birthday. We know his actual birthday on the show. What is it?
Ritchie's birthday.
You know,
May
I think
3rd.
If we do Doghouse 2, we're all going to have to cough up and get the video and watch it.
No, actually, I need to do that.
Study it.
Okay, here's one you can't get from the video, but Doghouse executive producer John Slan, you all remember John from Paragon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, who was his thesis advisor at U of T?
Oh.
Thesis advisor?
Peter Mandia at Brock University, who did Bread and Puppet Theater in New York with him.
Oh, I know Peter. He's cool.
That's a good.
Head of production at Paragon, and I didn't know that fact.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I don't want to be called a liar.
That's not true, though. Yes. It was actually.
I don't want to be called a liar, but that might not be true.
You know what? He did his thesis on Northrop Frye.
And that was his advisor.
Are you kidding me?
Northrop Frye was his advisor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is Northrop Frye?
Exactly. There we go. Perfect. And who remembers Iris's last words to the pilot of the Hindenburg?
Oh.
What's
I remember her talking about it.
What is God a light?
God a light.
Was that spelled L-I-T-E or L-I-G-H-T or was it spelled L-I-E-T-H-T-E?
I remember her telling the story. Like, because Iris was always telling stories.
Oh, yeah, Iris. Yeah. So elegant.
Yeah, she was a lovely lady.
Yeah.
How about who remembers the name of the baseball team?
The baseball team.
Yes. I remember that episode.
Well, you've got that plaque too.
It was
so far.
It was a dog name.
It was the Glickman and Glickman Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Oh, nice.
So far, we've gotten 0 questions right.
Wait.
I know.
No, but the
okay, here's a talk.
Hold on. The Glickman and Glickman Blue Jay. The Glickman and Glickman Blue Jay baseball T-shirt.
That's cute.
Goes in the doghouse merch shop.
Yes, that is cool.
Definitely. How about what is Helen's occupation?
She worked for the real estate firm.
No, she dated Troy. She's
a realtor. That's right.
Yeah, she works for Glickman and Glickman. Yes.
Yeah, I worked for David. David was my boss.
We got one.
I thought for sure she worked with Troy.
Which is
Troy. 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 Helen worked with Troy, Helen of Troy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I totally missed that. James, sorry.
here's a good one for this. Seeing that we're raising money for Literacy Central Vancouver Island, and you can make your contributions to Christchurch, Saskatoon at sasktel.net. Just put in your e-transfer memo line that this is either Doghouse or LCVI. The place Helen suggests that Annabel and Timmy go to instead of the Three Stooges tributes.
Dear Daddy.
The answer is the library.
I thought that would be a mom thing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on Amazon. I'm about to order my Doghouse the complete series for $30.
Mine's in the cart.
Wait, hold on. How would they know to go to the library if they hadn't already gone and learned how to read?
I think the Three Stooges are very educational. Honestly, if my son was interested in the Three Stooges, I would highly support that. In addition to going to the library, the Three Stooges are wonderful.
Exactly.
Noella, if you are on Amazon trying to purchase the video, could I ask you to get one for Valentina, because she will not go to Amazon to get it, and it's the only way you can get it, I think.
I will. I try not to buy things on Amazon because of they're trying to take over the world, and I try to shop locally.
Hey Barry.
Yeah.
What if you had to pick what Doghouse Day is as far as the official Doghouse Day? Think about what day you would pick, or Valentina. Think about one, or write one down. Shelley, Noella, Mark, everybody. Think about what would be the official Doghouse Day and why. Let's find that out. We'll email each other, right? And then on that day, whoever can make it out to the Nanaimo Public Library or the library in the Okotoks region that is part of this whole thing, we stage read down any episode the cast, or any episode the people who are the highest donors in person are there. They can call out, I've got episode 17, and we all just pick up 17 and just there's some wardrobe there, and we put some wardrobe on, right? Fix each other's hair. It's like, all right, here we go. And then
Nanaimo is beautiful. You guys would love it here. You are all invited to come visit.
We just walk it down on stage, holding the scripts. You know what? It could be held over a week.
I'm happy to host you guys.
Doghouse reruns.
Well, Valentina should at least be able to get us a discount at the hotels, right?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Hotels. What are you guys talking about? I thought we'd be camping. We'd have like a doghouse, burning man, woman, all beings. Everybody bring their tents. Everybody bring their tents and their coolers. Get some music on. Play some lawn darts.
Oh, just a minute.
Some bocce ball. We got a barbecue going. Get the fire going. We do a little dancing around. I mean,
I'll bring my bow and arrow.
Yeah, you'd have to do that. I see Mathilde.
I'm always up for camping.
Mathilde.
Yes.
Mathilde's coming on.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you on Zoom?
Yep.
Oh, great. Hit your camera.
Oh, Mathilde is on.
Hey, Mathilde, you don't have to do anything anyone tells you. If Barry tells you to hit your camera, you say, je m'excuse, Barry, but I'm going to do what I want with my camera. Huh?
It would be nice to see you.
Nothing changes. Wow, this is
merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
I know. Wow, this is crazy. When I got a text or something about the doghouse, and I'm like, what is this about? I couldn't even remember. I was literally like, what are you calling about? So sad. Okay, so nobody's changed, so that's good.
Well, you don't remember all the Rukanubas dog food they contributed and sent us?
The dog food they contributed?
Yeah, Ukanuba. Was it Ukanuba? I am sent us a
Yes,
crate
it
or a
was
pallet of dog food.
Ukanuba.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can
And
about.
Mathilde,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
and
Mathilde.
Mathilde, you told me earlier what you gave Digby so that what was the treat that you gave him? Mathilde?
I was giving him a beef jerky to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he chewed. You know,
Yeah.
all- yeah.
And it would like spit out. Sometimes it would spit out the corner of his mouth.
But he did something. He did something really hard, which is he was able to like actually talk and stop. You know, like chew and stop,
Yeah,
and
and
start
stop.
again, and
Yeah.
he was really smart dog. You know.
Yeah,
I remember those hand signals too.
Yeah. Well,
You were-
Mathilde, how many pounds of beef jerky did he actually eat?
I have no idea.
A lot, I think, in those 26 episodes.
I'm sure. I moved on to cheese sticks since. I use
Evolved to cheese sticks.
yeah.
See, so some things change, Mathilde. Some things change.
Wow.
Foamy snacks as opposed to all that other stuff.
Yeah. What are you up to, Jaimz?
Well, I'm sitting here catching up with a bunch of old friends and just loving it because I was a little apprehensive. I was a little nervous and no, yeah. Oh, come on. But I knew as soon as, we got things rolling and I could just, I hear Barry, I hear not Jonathan, David, Valentina, Shelley, Noella, you surprised me. I didn't even know you were going to be here, which is just really awesome. And John Slan and Richard Borshever. I mean, it just the whole gang,
Yeah.
And also Ken Gord, the producer that was on set with us.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that again? Sorry. Say that again.
Ken Gord. He was our in-house producer on set production every day, and just a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yes, great guy.
The start of my career with this show.
I remember Ken, great guy. Yes.
How about Arnie and
Bruce.
Sweet Bruce.
Sadly, Mathilde, they both passed on now.
I know Bruce did. I didn't know about Arnie.
I didn't know either.
Yeah,
you look great, Mathilde.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you. Yeah.
Likewise.
Do you remember?
Do you know
Do you
if
remember
Roger
when-
is still alive?
Who?
Roger Schumacher, is he still alive?
Oh, so Roger, he is. I'm thinking he is, but he quit the business long time.
You see, I heard that he hadn't. I thought that he had passed away. Now that's my mistake. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, but we haven't heard. He became a salesman for
Cars, I believe,
Mercedes or something like
Mercedes
that.
or something. Yeah.
Oh no,
That's
so
what I thought.
he jumped into something else.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's surprising.
Live is
because-
better than not. That's good.
I know. It's
Hey,
surprising.
Mathilde, do you remember the time when you were working the bird show at Universal? And Therese and I brought Mackenzie and Riley. I don't know, there were 5 or 6, 7, 8, something like that. And I saw you in the distance, and then it's like, oh no, we got to do the bird show. The girls are like, yeah, your bird show, yeah. And then everyone's, you walk in, and they'll have all the birds. They're introducing them there, and everybody goes up, and then they kind of take their marks, and then the show is amazing. And it's just, it's a hands down amazing. And then I kind of caught your attention as everyone was filing out, and you saw me, and you're like, because it was, you ever have that moment when you see somebody, and you know them, but you don't know if you know them from high school or university or working at the keg. It happens all the time. But I saw you, and I was just like, and Tracy looks at me and she goes, "That's Mathilde from Doghouse, isn't it?" And it was just like, or no, she wasn't. I just made that up because I want to inflate my love for you.
Oh, that's so nice.
How many dogs do you have now?
But hold on, Valentina. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish this. But Mathilde, you graciously just with dignity, just, stood there and brought the birds out to Mackenzie and Riley, and, everybody was gone, and they were just, you really touched their hearts.
I know.
You really touched their hearts. Mackenzie is a vet tech. She got into taking care of animals through school, and she's in biology sciences at Cal State now. But, she's been working hard the last, I don't know how many years.
Here's the party, girl.
Sorry.
Anyways, we know what we were all there, and it was beautiful.
I remember, and that's very kind of you to say it, but I do remember going, whoa, I was so happy to see you. It was a fantastic magic moment. So yeah, you're right. That's a good memories. It's all coming slowly.
Well, and Mathilde, we're also Valentina and Mark and everyone is contributing to putting on the Doghouse stage reading in Nanaimo and Okotoks, and we're looking at like Valentina's dog. Bruiser's going to be there, but we might need a bird or two.
A dog. That's a great dog.
Look at this. Look at your dog.
It's part of the show, and
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call?
Mathilde, where are you? Are you in Los Angeles? Where are you?
Yes. I live in Santa Monica. I've been in Venice for many years. I just moved to Santa Monica, and I've been traveling all around the world and working nonstop, literally. I have an 18-year-old boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's
Our
awesome.
kids can hang out.
Awesome. I just
he's such a lucky young man to have you as a mother.
It's true.
Yes, James, you're right.
That's what I tell him every day.
Good. Before you came on, I told everybody that you gave my mother the best dog she ever had, Diva.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
she
God.
loved Diva till Diva died as a very old dog.
Oh.
Diva was buried at our farm. And remember you came and you rode with me?
Yes.
Yes, you came, I think, on a fox hunt with me.
Yes, you're right. Oh my God, you're so
many years ago.
Wow, that's true. And Diva, I forgot about her, but I know exactly the dog. And
she was so lovely.
Yeah, she was a little Pyrenees, little French Pyrenees.
Yes.
Oh, funny. I'm so glad I was able to be part of your family for a while.
Yes, you were. We talked about you all the time.
Oh, so
it was a wonderful thing.
Shelley, you haven't changed one bit. It's like, and it was so wonderful to work with all of you guys.
We had fun together.
It was a great one. It really was.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could have done that for 5 years.
Yep, me too.
It still is, Barry. It still is.
Yeah.
Hey, settle down.
So you still train animals? How many animals do you have now?
I don't have too many. I have just a couple dogs, like 3 dogs. I try not to have as many. I've had many. I raised my Ranger. Quiet. I raised my son with an orangutan. That was fun. And I had a ton of stuff, at my other house. But I'm not slowing down the work necessarily, but not as many dogs because I just want to have more time for myself.
The birds. Do you actually have an orangutan?
Not anymore, but I did.
Did you tell a television series with an orangutan?
No, it was I raised the baby. It was the same age than my boy. So and he had his mom got pneumonia, blah blah blah. So I volunteered to raise him so I could raise my son with him.
That's cool.
And
so I thought if a friend of mine produced a series with an orangutan as a star, and I thought, oh my God, it would be amazing.
Oh, it might have been one of my co-workers, at the Universal and stuff. I never really got to work them per se, but a lot of
what coworker was it?
I don't know which whomever one of the trainers, maybe Larry Madrid. He's a primate trainer. Was.
Oh yeah. You gotta be. Did you ever have like a really special moment with the orangutan?
Oh, bazillion.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, lots. Well, one of them, it's not so much the orangutan, but so I had him on the back on my back as a backpack, and my son was in the front, and I would go everywhere like that. Parties everywhere. They were good because when they're babies in the wild, they stay attached to a member of the family for 2 years, and so they're pretty much constantly